It was in Kenya that FEMINENZA International met local NGOs who recognized the potential of its know-how and content to assist with their work. In January 2006, over 250 people met at the UN compound in Nairobi at FEMINENZA's invitation. Hosted by UNESCO's Peer Culture for Peace Network, delegates from 40 NGOs gathered to share their vision of humanity and gender. At the conference, FEMINENZA provided the platform for a dialogue on gender, peace, and reconciliation.
I believe that when human beings come together in this kind of a forum, we have the capacity to find new answers. We have the capacity to find new intelligence.
For 4 days, delegates examined these issues in plenary sessions and open forums.
It is a great honor and privilege. It's the right time to do it.
We can end these stereotypes.
To appreciate.
They also took part in workshops that introduced them to FEMINENZA's unique programs.
Certain intention.
In an atmosphere of mutuality and cooperation, delegates explored fresh perspectives of femininity and masculinity.
We can unite and the future generations, and to never stop trying for a better tomorrow.
Chris Murray is from the Tesaro Girls Rescue Center, a refuge for Maasai girls escaping female genital mutilation and forced marriage. Tesaro is one of the first NGOs that FEMINENZA has partnered with in Kenya.
My mom was not at home. My mom divorced with my father a long time ago when I was 3 years old. So I was brought up by a stepmother.
My father wanted to circumcise me, to be circumcised, and then he married me off. The man was already there to whom I was to marry.
When I refused, my father could not agree and say, "We want in this family and you have to go according to the Maasai girls. They're supposed to go and get married."
My father told me, if you are not going to follow what I'm telling you, you either come out of this family or else I'll kill you. Now, I just told him, give me a chance to think and then I'll come back to tell you what is my decision. When I went back to school that day, I did not concentrate with my education. When I came back in the evening, I met my mother was not at home. My father had already chased her, and now I saw life is so hard because without my mother we cannot survive well. And that day my father came and told me that I don't want to see you again going to school. I stayed at home for 2 years, and at that time my brother was going to school. I was the one to look after cattle, doing the housework and fetching firewood and water. It was very hard at that time. I just saw it's better to die than to live. Now I started crying because I say I had no parent to help me. I just went to my teacher and I told her that I want to continue. I told her that I want to continue with my education.
I know that when you draw something, for example, if you draw a tree, it's really strong. It has roots in the ground.
FEMINENZA supports Tesaro through programs that enhance confidence and self-esteem through the evolved values of the feminine gender.
So I thought maybe we will make together a forest of sisterhood.
Yes.
Each one will put in her tree that carries something that she would like to offer into the sisterhood, into the future. It doesn't have to be something that you already have. It can be something that you want to have.
Helping people.
Tesaru was established by 2005 UN Person of the Year Agnes Pirayo. Agnes broke traditional Maasai taboos, walking village to village, educating communities about the dangers and damage of FGM.
When I started, first people thought I was crazy. I was mad. It costed me a lot. My husband had to marry another wife. I said, well, I have to stick to it.
Now FEMINENZA seeks ways to support Agnes and NGOs like hers to be more effective locally and to be better understood and funded internationally.
And since then has been able to rescue 467 girls.
When women are empowered, we as men are empowered. When women grow, we as men grow, and the society grow, and the country grow, and the whole world grow. When women are given a chance to live a better life, then the world becomes a better place to live.
My dream is to be an engineer.
I want to be a lawyer. I want to do away with all these things for culture and support girls' education.
Why focus on humanity and gender? Because the human race is at a critical crossroads. A new global consciousness is beginning to emerge. A feeling for one another that surpasses race, tribe, creed, or gender. A knowing that we are in truth brother and sister.
UNILAC University is part of UNESCO's Culture of Peace network, comprised of staff and student body who are refugees from the Great Lake countries ripped apart by civil strife.
And we want an integration of our communities.
I'm so happy to recognize here among us your organization, FEMINENZA.
It's very important to us in FEMINENZA to build understanding between people from different countries, different religious backgrounds, different nationalities.
At UNILAC and elsewhere, FEMINENZA provides tangible tools for young men and women who strive to become agents of social, economic, and political change for the future.
Young women like us, young ladies like us, we can follow their steps. They are hiding themselves. We want them to come out. Yesterday afternoon also I enjoyed dancing. I danced. It was so nice.
The core purpose of FEMINENZA is to champion the development of women in ways that recognize the unique wisdom inherent in the feminine gender.
Many things I didn't know, but right now, at least I have knowledge about them, and I'm happy that I'm going to learn more.
The telephone, the mobile. We have another shop here with the glasses face.
Help is also critical for places like Kibera, where 1.7 million people live in Africa's biggest slum, where HIV orphans are without number and without tangible resources.
I am one of the victims of those. The background I'm coming from. Indeed, life down there, it's no joke. May God help us.
Whether working with international NGOs or local centers like this faith-based AIDS orphanage, FEMINENZA upholds the UN call to help all the world's people, especially the most vulnerable, and in particular, the children of the world.
Nobody has visited that project. You are the first one who have already come to that group. They have seen like miracles. Peoples, you have given a uniform, toys, what? They are not happy. When I say, let us go to the field, they will go because they knew that there's a uniform coming. In your side, you are seeing this little, but in my side, I'm seeing this big.
The only people who are suffering, they are the children. They don't have somebody who can defend them, mostly the youth.
FEMINENZA also works with men's organizations to help build the personal responsibility necessary to change the tide of HIV/AIDS.
The movement of men against AIDS in Kenya, what is it about? It's about change. It's about involving men to take up their role in the fight against HIV and AIDS. It's about evoking the positive masculine attributes of men by strengthening weaknesses.
These 4 days enabled participants to look at the attitudes and behaviors that have departed from humanity and that lie at the root of the region's problems. It was an opportunity to begin to improve the way men and women perceive and value each other. For clearly, one gender on its own cannot solve the problems. The two genders coming together to serve humanity may have a chance. FEMINENZA's programs for the region are backed by UNESCO's Culture of Peace network. They need realistic funding. Thus, FEMINENZA seeks long-term partners to support and finance its work.
Kenya needs this FEMINENZA because I had it in me, and I'm sure a lot of us Kenyans have it in us. We are just waiting for someone to activate it.
If women could understand that they are powerful people who can change the world, and then we can do something together.
There are things I went through which I didn't understand. The issue of female genital mutilation, the damage it did with me, did to me, the grieving I had with me, the hollowness I had with me. I have never known what that feeling was. But yesterday, when I was taken through the process of grieving, I have really understood how to handle those issues, and I think there are a lot of issues that I have learned from FEMINENZA, and that I am going to go back to my own organization and to improvise them.
Our meeting with the FEMINENZA has really brought new ideas in my life, and has really given me hope to continue. Like I used to have a bitterness about the parents of the girls we are supporting at the center. We need to take them to court. They are neglecting their responsibilities. We need to sue them. We need to challenge them because they should support their daughters. But after the meeting yesterday, I started having a different perspective. A perspective of forgiveness. Maybe they do not know why they are doing it. I need to talk to them instead of taking them to court.
Sometimes we think we know everything until you get into a group and you find that, there's always something you can learn from other people.
It was great. FEMINENZA women and men are wonderful people. Please come back again to Kenya.